Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 14th episode of Hikaru no Go. Last episode, we're pretty much building up to our match against Hikaru versus Akira. You know, Hikaru had made a very big important decision there to let Sai battle Akira because it's for the best, all things considered, is kind of what we came to the conclusion of. So yeah, let's just see how that goes. 3, 2, 1, play. That's what it's all about. Whew. You know, I made sure to pay really close attention to the opening this time. And it kind of feels like the first half has kind of a bit of a sad, depressing feel to it, and the second half's more triumphant. It's kind of the impression I get. Yeah, but it's not about what he wants, it's about what he feels is best. The third match. The 14th match and then the third match. Very interesting title. The epic face-off. Who will win? Yes, let's nigiri. You know, that's what the kids are calling it these days. Sounds about right. Getting all set up. Good luck, have fun. Man, Akira's excited. This is what his life's been boiling down to right here. But Hikaru does not share his enthusiasm, not in the slightest. Wow. That was uncharacteristic. Are you okay, Akira? Can you do the match? Because you definitely don't seem at your best right now. Yeah, you're really shaking, Akira. If you need to lie down, just say so. Are you having a heart attack? Like, I know this is a big moment for you, but keep it together if you can. Okay. I'm glad to see you recovered. But yeah, that little bit from Akira there really does say it all. If there's any doubt about how important this moment was to him. But yeah, this is the game it comes down to. I assume Sai will win. But I'm actually kind of rooting for Akira. Just don't cheat, that's all I ask. Nobody says a word, so you just kind of hear the sound effects of various things. You know, the stones. Wow, does that sound like a come on? You're not gonna. Just put it where you want, I guess. It seems like a fine spot to me, but then again, I'm not an ancient ghost spirit. But yeah, Sai's definitely keeping up with his belief to let Hikaru think about these things. Don't ask me. Yeah, you're already pretty good. You hold your stones like a real Go player now. I really do appreciate how you can hear the sound effects of the other players in the background, because it would be quiet enough to hear that, no talking would be allowed, really. Nope, you're Mitani. It does sound like a solid strategy. Guess we'll see if it works out. It's funny how most of the tiles are on the right side when it's like two lone tiles on the other side. Did you get one quick glasses push-up in? struggling a bit. Mitani should consider himself lucky he didn't have to face off against Hikaru, which he almost had to. I hope you do, Mitani. Yeah, quite a bit different than the aggressive Mitani. Hikaru, you should probably focus on your own game. I see. He wants to play his way. He did not expect that. Okay. I do respect that. I noticed. I definitely noticed. Because you're kind of playing against two opponents, so... that would probably be something that could throw you off a bit. But it is a fact that Hikaru has improved a lot, so hopefully he can still do pretty well. I see. I love seeing Sai get excited. It just shows Hikaru's potential, though. Please do. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for this. Can't hear you, Sai. Hikaru, Akira has definitely gotten a bit tunnel visioned. But you need to calm down in a match. You're making a scene. He begrudgingly continues. Okay, don't break the clock. Wow, this is the angriest I've ever seen somebody play Go in this show. This really has been a roller coaster of emotions for Akira. I didn't think it was even possible to get that emotional in a board game. uh... What should you say? Akira is a very special player. Well, you need at least 2 wins, don't you? If he likes the stone. Like Hikaru just kind of standing there watching. Apparently there is. He must have a deeper strategy that you don't see. Took the Blackstone. Yes, why would anyone ever be stubborn? Again, taking stones. Huh. Okay. That's what his game was, just... Definitely playing against his opponent's, like, mentality, it seems like. Meanwhile... uh... Well... It was kind of the obvious conclusion once Sai pulled back. But Akira's not happy. But the question is, where does Akira go from here? Okay, that's not good. That means at least 2 losses, so... Hopefully Mitani still wins, though, you know, as a bit of a moral victory. But that's not looking good either. Is he gonna resign in a minute? I'm not good enough to judge by looking at the board how close victory is for someone. Yeah, I guess it's over. It would have been nice to get at least 1 win, but I guess when you're facing off against the legendary school... Is it coming? Yeah. This was a far more depressing end to this than I expected, I'll be honest. Hikaru didn't even participate and she's crying. Don't cry, Hikaru, that's really upsetting me. Yeah. That was so sad. Just all of that. I was just... That's just so upsetting. I can't believe how close a game of Go got me to tearing up. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. But that was very upsetting. Just so much unhappiness there. Hikari-sensei, cheer me up, please. Yes. Okay. So basically it's similar to being a coin toss, except using Go stuff. Yay! That's odd. Okay. Forgot to move my mouse over there. Okay, that was the 14th episode of Hikaru no Go. And this episode, you know, it was the match between Akira and Hikaru that obviously been built up for a while. And we already knew this was a very important match to Akira. Like, we knew that going into it, but seeing just how tilted he was before the match even began, just the amount of shaking and dropping stuff and having to visibly calm himself down for several seconds before he could even continue. That was all very telling about his mentality. It definitely was, so, you know, this match was not a joke to him. It was not just a simple game. It meant a lot to him, clearly. That's why Hikaru was willing to let Sai take over, you know, for Akira's sake. But the problem was Hikaru could not do that as well as he thought he would. For the first part of the game, yeah, Sai was making the moves. But Sai was also trying to get Hikaru to think about the moves. He already kind of talked about that earlier in the show, how he doesn't want Hikaru to just blindly follow what Sai says, you know, which is good. But the more Hikaru was getting into the game, he was getting more excited, getting to face off against Akira like that, and kind of wanted to take the reins onto his own. Which is great, you know, that definitely shows some growth in the character, and it's definitely a good attitude to have, you know, there's nothing really wrong with any of that. But, you know, the problem kind of comes with Akira. Akira doesn't want to fight Hikaru. He thinks he wants to fight Hikaru, but he doesn't. He wants to fight Sai, but he doesn't know Sai's existence, and that whole thing is the the linchpin to this whole thing. It's basically what makes this a problem. Without that fact, everything would have been fine. But the fact of the matter is, despite Hikaru's growth and obvious potential, he is still not Sai. He is not a hundreds of years old, go-instructing student ghost, I meant to say, not student. Ghost. So he's not going to be the opponent that Akira wants him to be. So once it was decided that Hikaru would take over, it was pretty obvious that Akira would not be happy with by the end of the game and that Akira would be the winner. Because Hikaru is not going to beat Akira right now. No, it's not going to happen. Hikaru's gotten better. I will definitely acknowledge that. But even Akira acknowledged that with the stone holding and stuff. But he's not going to beat Akira. He's not at that level yet. Eventually, he probably will be. There are plenty of episodes, of course, but not now. So, obviously what this meant was Akira was going to be disappointed. I feel like I'm repeating myself now, so I'm going to try to get past that. Akira, once he realized that he was not facing Sai, once he realized that, he stood up and yelled and just was very upset, but he was told to either quit or sit back down. But at that point, the game had changed forever. I mean, the game changed when Hikaru decided to play it himself, of course, but it changed to another level when Akira realized that this was not the game that he wanted. And he was just going through the motions, like very visibly, angrily going through the motions, just slamming the stuff down, almost knocking the timer over. Like, just, it was, even that part was pretty sad to see. Like, it hadn't even gotten to the, the tier festival yet. But even that was still pretty hard to watch, just because at that point, yeah, it was just going to go downhill from there. It was just going to be both of them going through the motions until Akira eventually wins with an unsatisfying victory, so it was all pretty messy. And then we did get to see the other opponents playing as well, of course, even though it wasn't as important. I mean, we didn't get to see much with Tsutsui. It was just a matter of him being his usual cautious, methodical, self and his playstyle. And then Mitani was very aggressive with his, definitely trying to prove something to his opponent. Very much taking issue with being underestimated, as he said. But in the end, he lost as well. Tsutsui lost, and Hikaru lost. It was a complete wash. They all lost, which you shouldn't feel too bad against that when you're facing off against the best Go club school, middle school, So it's nothing to be too ashamed about, but man, emotions were high at the end there. Like, just, pretty much everybody was crying. I don't think anybody involved in that, wasn't. Even Hikaru, who wasn't directly involved, was crying. But the ones that got to me the most was, of course, Akira being upset because we know how much, baggage there is to that whole thing. And Akari crying because Akari did nothing wrong. I don't like seeing Akari cry. Those are the two that probably upset me the most. Although Hikaru was pretty close as well to that level. But the point is, yeah, the end of the episode was very, very, very sad. Very sad. Didn't quite get me to cry, but I got definitely on the verge of it, Very surprisingly upsetting for just a Go match, but, it was important, but it all failed, Mitani failed because he didn't use his cheating, which might have got him a victory there, but he stuck to his guns, his reformation, so he's not going to go back to his old ways. And that alone is good enough victory for Mitani in my book, that shows growth in his character that he didn't resort to that. But the fact of the matter is they did lose the game, so next episode might be pretty depressing. Everybody's probably going to be down in the dumps and have to, recover from this, and that's going to be something. But what I'm really curious about is exactly how Akira is going to handle this, Like I said, he's been building up to this match a while with Akira, this is what he's been focused on for so long. He wanted this legendary rematch against Sai, and he didn't get that. He got a match against a decent amateur with a lot of potential, Hikaru, so that's not what he wanted. And he needs to find somewhere to go in life now that he's come to that realization. I don't know exactly what he believes happened there, whether he thinks Hikaru just threw the match, or I don't know what he thinks happened, but he doesn't know what's actually happening there, so it's really anyone's guess exactly what theory he thinks he comes up with in regards to what happened there. But from his perspective, Hikaru, who was very skillful, very powerful, and beat him easily a couple times, now lost to him without much difficulty. So there's really only so many things you could think of that's the result, but all of them is going to have Akira upset, so we'll see where he goes from here, but hopefully he doesn't, get too depressed from this, but it's definitely a strong blow, to be sure. I don't know if there's anything more to really say with the episode, but yeah, it was definitely one of the more emotional episodes of the show, no doubt. Obviously, we're only 14 episodes in, so it's not like we have a lot to compare it to, but that was pretty big, so hopefully we can recover from this, I guess, is the real takeaway from that. But yeah, definitely a very good episode. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.